Cause green's the only color I see, and the top is where I'm always gonna be.
Streets reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady. Let y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you check out the graduationparty.org if you all love one need mathematics tutoring that's very affordable and accessible and high quality. Also, check out blackfoxnews.com. You see that's news with a Z at the end for, you know, your paraphernalia, so you can support us as we continue to support y'all, giving y'all this real, had to be layered up, you know what I'm saying? It's brick as shit outside, you know what I'm saying? But still gotta let y'all know what's happening, you know what I mean? And still appreciating the vitamin D that is coming from the sun, pause, you know what I'm saying? But now, moving on to the news though. You have this DJ Envy and Cesar Pina scandal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna call it news. This is a story, you know what I'm saying? But it's looking like it's very much a fraud at play. Is DJ Envy involved? Because his name is getting thrown in a lot. Well, what's going on is that you know, DJ Envy is a popular radio DJ. You know, me personally being from Jersey, I've actually listened to him since I was a youngin', ever since he was on Miss Jones show or whatever. So he's been on radio my whole life, and he actually has run what's called the Breakfast Club for over 10 years now. Him, Charlamagne the God, initially Angela Yee. Now they've been switching it up the last year or so with Jess Hilarious, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to her from Odds Innovation type shit. And then, you know, also with other people, you know, Don't Call Me White Girl, other guest hosts that they've been having coming through there, you know what I mean? So Breakfast Club, huge platform. I would argue one of the top platforms, media platforms for Black America and contemporarily, hands down. If you know what I mean, if you want the black vote, you have to go to the Breakfast Club. Let's keep it a band. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's a real important story. Hence why I'm talking about it on the same platform where I talk about, you know, military coups and, you know what I'm saying, you know, stock crashings and protests and whatnot. Like, it's real serious. This is a serious story. And close to home. See, DJ Envy running the Breakfast Club, because best believe he's definitely like the money man, the brains behind that operation for the most part, and having put all that together. He has actually had his part, as he's described him as a business partner, come on the show multiple times over the years. Has been on that show as recently as last summer. Cesar Pina, you know what I'm saying? You know, heavy set Latino guy that has a story of having, like, you know, got out of, you know, prison, you know, former felon, but he's turning into real estate guru, essentially, and had been featured on the Breakfast Club and presenting himself as such, and marketing last summer a product called Flip to Down that actually had given investors an opportunity to make fractional investments in the properties that him and DJ Envy were actually invested in. So their whole relationships, it was, you know, based on like him being in real estate. DJ Envy is, if you've ever watched the Breakfast Club, you would know he's like publicly, you know, been brazen about, you know, how he invests. And, you know, he likes to invest his money, and he's into real estate. You know, this is the person that he's actually been conducting seminars with, you know, in tandem between the two, and has actually been named been seen as like a business partner and a co-investor in the properties that Cesar Pina was claiming to get. Now, what Cesar Pina has actually been accused of doing, initially this was an investigation, investigative report that was done by New Jersey 12, by News 12 New Jersey, where they actually it was done by a reporter with the last name Kane, and the Kane is in the title of his broadcast. It's like investigating with Kane, or but follow me though. The report was done on you know, local statewide news, that where they looked into the properties that Cesar Pina was claiming to run. See, he runs this company called Flipping NJ, where he's claiming to invest in these properties, basically build them up, flip them, and then either sell them or rent them out. But what it turned out he was doing, he was putting multiple people on the same property without those people even knowing that there was other people like signed to the property. And then he was promising them investments that they're saying as high as like 30% returns, for which is, you know, considered to be, you know, really high as far as an investment return for some property. But taking in amounts in the six figures, but really using his celebrity to solidify these deals and market and present himself as a guru. And his celebrity kind of came from him taking pictures with, you know, these rappers and celebrities, and most consistently DJ Envy, which is where Envy's culpability comes into play and where shit gets fishy. So this report goes out, you know, Cesar Pina is getting hit with lawsuits because of these things. You got people that have invested, you know, $500,000, and, you know, so-called victims who've actually had done investments with him as far back as 2017. But there seemed to be a pattern of people having to hawk them down for money, and only time they're getting their returns back is if they keep pressing them. So, and it's after long times, after him dodging or whatever. So outside looking in, it looks like a Ponzi scheme, like he's robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know, he's taking in investments from new people, signing them to properties that he either used to own or doesn't even own at all, and are co-owned by, or maybe, you know, co-owned by multiple people, and then he's taking that bread to pay back former investors and doing it a lot. You know, one of the complainants had actually teamed up with another one, and them two together had a lawyer that's asking for that are saying they're owed $1.5 million. And that same lawyer said that there have so far been 30 lawsuits asking for $40 million in return. So this is serious business. The place that they frequent the most, Paterson, New Jersey. Now, for my New Jersey heads, y'all kind of, or especially North Jersey heads, y'all already know what time it is. Like, you know what I mean? Patterson dingy as shit, you know what I mean? It just is what it is, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from Jersey City, so I can say that because, you know, it's parts of Jersey City that's most definitely dingy as shit. Like, what up, chill town? Like, it is what it is. But Patterson, though, like, we already know what's up. Like, they grind just as grimy, if not more. You feel me? So, those are the type of properties you dealing with, a lot of rundown shit. But, you know, people were saying that, you know, he was claiming to fix them up, and then, you know, they're investing this certain amount and they're not seeing any progress being done. This is after like long periods of time. So things looking fishy. DJ Envy still kind of just not saying anything about it. It's still under the radar until Tony the Closer brings this up. Tony the Closer is has created a product called Rona Proof, where he was showing people how to do real estate and basically do short sales on homes that are about to be like foreclosed or under duress, like distress or whatever, distressed properties, as you would say. So and he was introduced through the hip hop community, mainly through Gilly the Kid and Wallow, through their $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. As I remember being a fan of the and viewer of the show, he was the first. That was the first time that they actually had a business segment on their podcast. It was with Tony the Closer, and Don't Call Me White Girl was on there, and he even started doing a few episodes afterwards. You know, so Tony the Closer had actually started bringing it up and throwing Envy's name into the pot real heavy. And now that thing is catching wind. Just as recent as this past October, Cesar Pina was actually arrested for wire fraud. So this guy's doing things like, you know, writing checks that he knew wasn't going to cash, you know what I'm saying, dodging phone calls, accused of all of that, had to go down. And, you know, has recently even come out doing live streams publicly saying that, you know, Envy had nothing to do with it. But Envy is, Envy is partner or whatever, as Envy has been trying to very much distance himself from the situation while not trying to throw, I guess, initially was trying not to throw Cesar Pina under the bus when he had did this live stream with Tony the Closer that had also went viral, where Tony the Closer was basically, calling him out, trying to accuse him of being like a scammer. Tony the Closer has actually called him, whose real name is Tony Robinson, but he's actually called him a thief, a scammer, and basically brazenly accused him of like using his platform and his shine to promote and rob his audience. And people who have very much like people with bread, have actually gone into their life savings and have had to to invest in these things that they thought was guaranteed to flip, because DJ Envy was unofficially co-signing this shit. Now, Envy, at the same time, whose real name is Rashard Casey, actually said that he has not done any deals with Cesar Pina. They just co-hosted the seminars. He even went against his lawyer's direction and went on the Breakfast Club trying to clear it up when things was really getting hot in the media, and said that he had not, he only was trying to help his community, put them on to learn how to do real estate. And, it's something that we certainly want to believe. However, the man, Cesar Pina right now, it's just not looking good. I mean, it just looks like a clear case of him trying to pull off a Ponzi scheme. For those who don't know what that is, basically a pyramid scheme. Basically, a scheme where, you pay your earlier victims with money that you get from your recent victims, your new victims, you have people pay into something and you promise them money in return, and people at the end that get in later, they end up paying the ones in the beginning, so it's it's sketchy because it's unsustainable, and when it collapses, the people at the end get it the worst. And so that's kind of what seems to be unraveling here. And with that unraveling, it's like, DJ Envy, how you not know, God? It's a bad situation. I'm trying to defend you, God. I really am trying to defend you out here. I was actually about to even put out a whole video talking about how niggas need to stop snitching. And matter of fact, I'm gonna use that moment right now to say that a lot of y'all are not qualified to be investigating into these situations. The police and the law system was already on it, and you are playing with fire. You're playing with black power. This is a very serious matter, and it should be left to professional investigators. You know what I'm saying? Like people who have the authority and who have the desire to see justice being served in society, improving as a whole, and also have the ability to see how it can improve as a whole. This is not just, these are big red buttons that ain't just for everybody to be pushing. With that said, stop putting these videos out and these lives out, making these accusatory monologues, and trying to put proof out there and video footage like that. It's basically suggestive but not proof. It's not proof of any wrongdoing. Y'all needs to fucking chill. Just let the pigs do what they do. Why are you assisting them and doing so unprofessionally? Sometimes it looks like you just want to see people crash and burn, but understand, the Breakfast Club is a black mecca. It is a black energy source for media right now, for just our people, our voice. It is imperative that we handle this situation with care. Stop with the fucking videos. You know what I'm saying? Stop with the finger pointing, unless you got some real hardcore proof that a nigga was really just trying to scam his own people. You know what I mean? You really want to investigate whatever, go down to the precincts and go help them yourself, for real, if you really feel that way about it. But same time though, Envy, It ain't looking that good. It's as bad as actually 2 of the defendants have actually gone on to file for a few of them have filed for bankruptcy. 2 of them have actually been approved and got that process over. But here's the catch, though. The counter defense that Cesar Pina and his people have is that they are actually, the people demanding their money right now are actually in violation of New Jersey loan shark laws for demanding back a return with interest rates so high. So that might be, while that might be a legit defense, it still makes it sound scammy, but rules are the rules, though. I don't know. That should be interesting. We'll see how far that defense actually goes in the matter. But it's real serious situation here. DJ Envy himself, you know, this is somebody, I remember that he put out that D Block mixtape back in like the mid 2000s, like, you know what I'm saying, shit was crazy. It had a lot of 50 Cent disses on there too by sheet, you feel me? Like DJ Envy is, you know what I'm saying, very much a big entity in hip hop for me, you know what I'm saying? And this is big news. This is serious business, as he is named in 9 of Cesar Pina's 20 lawsuit. You know, shit is crazy, but you know, our people need to know everything about it that's going on, because a lot of people got the story switched up and they thinking it's all the way one way or all the way another. I mean, you know, you got feds. The feds are looking into it. They're looking into it. Pina actually has been released on a $1 million bail. He bonded out the same day he got arrested, but you know, it's looking crazy. See how it turns out, though. Green War and Graduation.
And that's right, you not committed. Me, I'm on these niggas' asses like stop and frisking. Pause, but there's a cause for that cross that you